Okay.
It's an area that we've put in a lot of effort because the responsiveness of the
I'm controlling Lid and Arthur right now. Okay.
Work system, and same with the punch control system. So putting all these aspects together,
okay,
we needed it to flow.
Okay.
So here you'll be able to see exactly how responsive the fighters are, and the referee
we got
going to be
you coming
replaced
back
with the
after playing the
legendary
game.
Oh,
This and that.
they're not skipping a beat.
This is
with
how I
this
truly
game.
feel about ESBC.
Mr. Generic Referee.
They're
This
not
shit's
skipping
fire.
a beat with this game.
I played it for
Official
2 days
refs.
out in North Carolina.
Oh,
Shout out to Steel City Interactive for inviting us. I played it for
I
2
shouldn't-
games, for 2
I don't want
days.
this video to be too
After
long.
the first
Please
day,
note
I was
that none of
completely
this is
sold.
final.
March 1st, 2011 was the release of the wildly popular Fight Night Champion. 11 years later, and there's a new kid on the block named Undisputed. Undisputed is a new boxing game that has garnered a lot of attention and hype in the boxing and gaming community. Developed by a team of industry veterans and featuring a roster of top-tier fighters, Undisputed promises to deliver the most realistic and immersive boxing experience to date. I'm JMMA, and this is Undisputed, the return of boxing video games. In early 2020, Steel City Interactive released a reveal trailer for a game named eSports Boxing Club, or ESBC for short. After 11 long years without a boxing game, ESBC had many fans ready and waiting for its release. Fast forward to a couple of months later, and a brand new cinematic trailer was published, and along with it, release dates for every console in December of 2020. Things look bright for the game, but with the release of this groundbreaking video, anticipation only grew.
Fight! Bobby Sessions, legend. Yeah. Remembering what I was taught, I'm never down for the count. This the fight of my life. This the time of my life. You wanna take my life? Better be ready to fight.
This alpha movement trailer showcased what the game was capable of and what developers were aiming for, a realistic simulation boxing game with the roster to match. This trailer left excitement at an all-time high, and with the release only a month away, many couldn't wait to get their hands on this game. Sadly, this did not become the case. With Steel City reportedly gaining new investors and financial backing, the 2020 release date was unreachable. In March of 2021, they were back with brand new gameplay. In this video, it was titled the Developmental Update video.
So one of the standout features within ESBC is the movement system that we've developed. Here you can see David Adelaide getting himself out of danger by throwing a nicely timed check hook. That in itself is a new feature with regards to the punch control. That means you have complete freedom in terms of your fighting strategy, fighting off the front foot, back foot, and also pivoting yourself out of danger with check hooks, using the pressure of your opponent to your advantage. So within these clips you can see the physics system in action. Not every punch will be 100% accurate. Some punches will glance off arms, gloves, chest, and you can kind of see that with the jabs that have been thrown.
Developers for the game showcased new footwork, new blocking, and new punching features that added to the experience of simulation boxing. As the year went on, they released more and more gameplay and more fighter additions to the roster, to the likes of Canelo Alvarez, Tyson Fury, and even Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. They aimed for the summer of 2021 to release the game, but after more alleged financial backing, the company decided to not only stop giving out projected release dates, but to focus on making gameplay better for the user experience. In October of 2022, eSports Boxing Club got a fresh rebrand. Wanting to shy away from the eSports title, the game renamed to what is now known as Undisputed. This was for the better, as the game can be marketed better with a catchy yet simple game title.
Undisputed. We feel it's a better fit for the game right now, and what we're essentially trying to create. Esports Boxing Club, over the last couple of years, we've had a number of questions around, is it an online only game? Is there a single player? Is it competitive only? So there's been some confusion because of essentially the name eSports within the title of our game. So yeah, we just felt Undisputed is a much better fit, and that's where we want to be as a combat title. and that's what we're focused on creating right now.
With anticipation still rampant, players were also becoming impatient. The Undisputed social media pages were filled with comments of the same thing. When is the release date?
What is going on, fight fans? This is Edward, aka Boxing Fanatico, coming to you from the Steel City Interactive team because we got some exciting news to share. We will be hosting for the first time a public beta test.
Finally, after long-awaited trailers and gameplay showcases, players will now be able to get their hands on Undisputed. With 3-hour window times, the beta was meant to optimize online servers for the upcoming early access and eventual release. First 2 days of the beta, players experienced long queue times to get into matches, and when they finally did get into matches, the game would lag out. This was to be expected though, as it was explained by developers that the servers were being worked on and needed to be optimized, but players did not see this coming when the beta was announced. The last day of the beta was the most successful though. Matchmaking queue times weren't as long and matches were not as laggy as before, so now players were able to focus on what gameplay features needed to be changed or added to make the game even better. Punches were great, but not the best. No flash KOs or knockdowns, and a stamp system needed to be worked on. These criticisms of the beta is exactly what the team at Steel City Interactive wanted to improve the game. And those criticisms helped so much that a second beta was announced just 3 weeks after the first one. This time around, the beta featured 8 marquee fighters like Roy Jones Jr., Deontay Wilder, Katie Taylor, and more. With the allocated 3-hour window playtime, fans were optimistic and eager to see what changes were made from the first beta. And boy, did they deliver.
We learned a lot about our multiplayer infrastructure, but also about what you liked and what we could improve about the game moving forward. We've made a post-beta roundtable addressing some of that, and you can actually go ahead and watch it if you like. It'll be linked down in the description box below. And we've made improvements based on the feedback that we've gotten from the community. And we've already implemented gameplay changes based on that, which we will share some details on very soon.
Load times were fast, punch mechanics were improved, and even flash KOs were seen. This is what the player base wanted. This is what the player base needed.
One of the first things that you notice about playing with Roy Jones is that his animations are just completely different. Obviously, he was in the studio recording all of his own stuff. Either that or they had somebody who could really mimic him really well. But I would have to say that it was the former. He just seems too much like himself. His left hand to the body is super quick and it's really snappy. His straight right, on the other hand, combines not only the speed and power that you would imagine that you would really get from Roy Jones, but the amount of additional swagger, that you get with Roy, and the way that he kind of brought his mentality into every single fight. What that does for Roy Jones is it creates a presentation for him and only him that you will get while utilizing only Roy Jones in any round as you play this game.
Second beta was deemed a successful improvement after only just the first day, so the developers decided to give the players a treat. They decided to let the playtime windows go overnight so players can have an extreme amount of fun. Now here we are, December 15th, 2022. We're about 3 to 4 days removed after the beta, and we're all patiently waiting on early access, which seems to be next in line to release. Future looks bright for Undisputed. The game has positive reviews and a dedicated community of players and fans. As the esports industry continues to grow and expand, it's likely that we see more players and viewers discovering and getting involved with Undisputed.